Next, it's time for Hyojong report. World Mission Headquarters Secretary General Seo In-guk will share his report. Let's welcome him up with a big round of applause. Respected and beloved True Family for Position Foundation, inheritors of heaven's love and blessing, and members, how are you? I offer my greetings to the members who are offering vigil devotion with single-minded devotion toward Heavenly Parent, both here at Cheonsimon, Maino, and in various places across the world. The World Mission Headquarters has been communicating closely with field leaders around the globe and has once again become convinced of one clear fact. Every victory in the mission begins with Cheonsimon devotion. The reason is that the mission fields we face are not merely sites of activity, but fierce spiritual battlefields where the life and death of spiritual life are decided. Beloved members, this kind of spiritual battle can never be won through human wisdom and effort alone. The greatest gift given to us by True Mother to break through our limits and mobilize the absolute good spirits and the spirit world is Cheonsimon. During this time, among the countless miracles reported from the field, I would like to share with you 3 representative testimonies that decided the victory on the front line. First, from Russia, Nadezhda Pomina from Russia. For 26 years, Sister Pomina suffered from severe depression and lived in despair, thinking no spiritual means work for me. However, in May 2025, at the first Russian Yongsong workshop, she had a precious experience of being born again through Cheonsimon, which is True Mother's womb. That miracle did not end with individual healing. On May 9th, a day commemorating the end of a past great war, all members sincerely yearned for peace while liberating war victims through Cheonsimon devotion and Cheonbo great works. Cheonbo 역사, not great works. Heaven did not ignore this earnest devotion. 1 week later, at exactly 10 a.m. on the final day of the workshop, the very moment the lecture began, to our amazement, the Russian negotiation team officially announced the commencement of peace talks and gates of peace opened in Istanbul. Sister Pomina expressed her emotions at the time like this. The Cheonsimon devotion moved the spirit world forward by one step and brought about the peace negotiations. Members, this is a historic victory where the devotion of Cheonsimon moved the spirit world, moving not just the individual but the very destiny of a nation. The second is the testimony of member Vasil Chaitanov from Germany. On March 18, 2026, while praying at Cheonsimon, he vividly heard the voice of Heavenly Parent tell the church leader going out for outreach to stop the man who is dark-skinned, thin, and tall. He asked 3 times if this voice was certain, and each time Heavenly Parent replied, yes. He immediately delivered his content to church leader. The next day, an amazing thing happened at the outreach site. A man exactly matching Heavenly Parent's revelation appeared, and the church leader, without hesitation, met him and engaged in a deep conversation. Member Vasil confessed, I was so happy to realize the spirit world is running directly with us on the front lines of outreach. Members, through this testimony, we clearly see it is through Chunshimon devotion that the spirit world is mobilized, creating a miraculous work that even tracks down the specific outreach prospects. The final story is a testimony of Reverend Elsa Oranio from Philippines. In May 2025, she collapsed due to an enlarged heart and pneumonia, standing at the threshold of her life and death. Her body was frail and her emotional burden was extreme. She prayed with tears at Chunshimon and promised, "Heavenly Parent, if you save me, I will dedicate the rest of my life again to the public mission." In October, during her miraculous recovery, she attended a special attendance tour held in her husband's hometown and met Philippines District Leader Roni Sodusta. There, she suddenly asked about the situation in her own hometown, the East Visayas region. The news she heard was devastating. There was no center, the community had collapsed, and the members were scattered and neglected. As her heart trembled, feeling the deep sorrow of Heavenly Parent toward her hometown, the leader asked her, "How would you like to become the leader there?" She immediately realized this was the answer to the promise she had made to heaven during her Chunshimon prayer on her sick bed. Accepting the call without hesitation, she left her husband and son behind in November and set out alone on the path of pioneering. For 3 months, she endured all kinds of criticism and persecution, but whenever loneliness surged, it was only Chunshimon that gave her strength. Chunshimon was a spiritual charging station that gave me the strength to continue my mission every day. Every time I sang and prayed there, my soul was newly recharged. In that place where there was nothing, a home group was formed in just 3 months, and a precious base where members gathered to worship was finally established. She testifies, "Without Chunshimon, I would never have overcome the darkest moment of my life." Please give a big round of applause for Reverend Oranio's victory, who cultivated a revival through power of Chunshimon in a mission field as barren as a wasteland. Beloved blessed families and Chunigok leaders, these miracles we have witnessed today are by no means the achievements of human knowledge or strategy. They are the victories of devotion that move the spirit world through Chunshimon. When we offer earnest prayer devotion at Chunshimon, the spirit world will move ahead of us at the very front lines of the mission. The World Mission Headquarters will continue to communicate closely with Chunshimon to discover the vivid grace of the field and will provide support with all our heart so that the news of the victory from the front lines becomes the priming water that sets the hearts of members worldwide ablaze. I believe that when we are armed with Chunshimon devotion bestowed by True Mother, a history, a work of great revival that makes the impossible possible will occur at every mission site across the globe. Wishing that the blessings of Heavenly Parent, True Parents fill your families and mission field, I conclude my report. Thank you. Thank you very much for lively stories of our members. Next is time